Hi everyone, so in this video I'll be showing you how to put together that sweet little gift bag you just saw in the new Tonic Studios magazine issue 4 of the official Tonic magazine. And this video is sponsored by Tonic to show you how to put that bag together. Super simple, really easy. It takes a full sheet of A4 paper, and you can decorate it however you like. So I do have my A4 sheet here, one of the papers I selected from the paper pack, the bumper pack there. I have some of the toppers. You can decorate it with the rosettes and all the other dies that come in the set, but today I'll be showing you how to put this one together. So I do have a pair of scissors, I have a hole punch, I have some organza ribbon just to show you a simple way to close it up if you would like. And we are going to need a scoring board. So I'm just going to put these pieces to the side right now. So I've already selected one of my papers. Really easy, as we're going to use the whole sheet, so there's no cutting there, just like in the steps showed there. And all we're going to do is start our scoring. So on the long side here of the A4, we're going to score at 1 inch from this side. I'm just going to go ahead and just turn it to the other side and just make it easy without having to do math to know how far down we have to do it. Just turn it, and we're going to score at 1.5 inches on this other side. So 1 inch on the top, 1.5 inches on the bottom. We're going to turn it this way, and along this long side we're going to score at 1.5 inches. Then at 5.5 inches, at 7 inches, and at 11 inches. And doing it this way, we don't have to do any math at all, and this little piece right here will be a glue tab, and we don't even have to know how big it is. It's just the extra that's on that side. So again, 1.5, 5.5, 7, and 11 inches, okay? I'm going to put my scoreboard to the side, and I'll be right back. Now all we're simply going to do is notch away some of these portions so that we can make the different, bag base and things like that. So at the very top here on that 1 inch, on the right side, we're going to notch this away, and I'm going to notch it away right where it makes that little rectangle right here, but I'm going to divot this side so it's a little bit notched in. And on this top side, I'm going to do it straight down on that line, because what's going to happen is we're going to turn this top piece down, and it's going to make a nice, decorative edge to our bag, so it's a little bit different because of the colorway that's on the back. Really sweet. So I want that to be straight so it just comes down and just finishes that off really nicely. On the rest of them, we're going to divot the rest of them. So here, same thing, we have this little rectangle left, so we're just going to divot up and a little bit this way. And I just go across this way, whichever way you like to work, of course, left to right, right to left. The next score line is right here, so we're going to go from that right to that score line. And again, just a little bit notched away just to make a nicer finished product. Here, it's 1.5 inches away from this one. We have the other score line. And right to that bottom score line that we had created at the beginning. And then we have one more right here at the end. And to finish this off at the very end, we can also just kind of notch this away at a little bit of an angle. Okay, so we're done with that step. The next thing we're going to do is just bring this down. And again, you can bone fold it or just crease it with your hand. And we're going to glue that down. So I'm just going to take some glue and just hold this down until it's set. And I'll just hold that down, and I will be right back. Okay, and you can use red liner, double liner tape, those kinds of things. I just use the wet glue. This is my preference. And now we're just going to score all of the rest of the score lines away from us. So if you kept it this way, you would fold back, but I'm just going to turn it over and just make sure that all of my score lines are nicely folded. And on this side, I'm just going to turn it over again, and all of the score lines. So when I get here, I do like to give it a little bone folding just to square out that area where it's doubled over. Next one, same thing. And as you can see, it's already getting that form of a bag or a box bag. One other thing while I'm working with this, if you wanted to put a little score line just down here, maybe just a little bit, you can do that and give it a gusset. Later, I'm just going to use my hands to do that. But if you wanted to do a score line, you can definitely do that. So now what we're going to do is just adhere these two sides here with that glue tab. Again, no math, we just put it together and it's good to go. So I'm just going to put some glue on there. And then we're just going to glue together the base, and our bag is essentially done, other than decorating and adding handles if that's what you would like to do. So I'm just going to put this here and here. And I'm just going to hold on to that for a second. A lot of times you can even just flatten it out if you want. I just hold it like this, but if you wanted to flatten it, you can definitely just do that because of the way we created it. It's very much something that has symmetry to it that you can just flatten it out just to make sure that glue tab is holding on. And there we go. And then at the bottom, I like to just close it up. I usually bring in the small flaps first. I'll add a little glue to them. They're essentially going to be covered up completely. And I'll just bring in one flap and then add glue and bring in our second large flap. And that is it. So I'm going to give it a moment to set up. I usually just put down, maybe kind of make sure it's adhering by using a tool or something to help you kind of push into there. And I'm going to let that set up, let the glue dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, and to finish off our little gift bag, I did show a couple options in the magazine there. This is another one. You can leave it just like this. We can pop holes in here with a hole punch and then add some ribbon, whatever kind of ribbon you would like to finish it off with. You can also just give it a bit of a squeeze like this. And I'm just pushing it in, and I'm going to bring it together like this. And you can just simply glue this on the top or staple it, add a little topper, something like that, whatever it is that you would like. And for now, I did do this. You can still add the handles if you would like with a little bit of a gusset. What I'm going to do is take this, and I'm just going to finish off with the ribbon that ties it right in the center. I do have my punch set about 1/2 inch in, and I'm just going to eyeball this. So we're just going to go in here, and let's say like right there. And I use the smaller side of my punch, but whatever size hole you'd like to pop in there, that's just fine. And about here. And I'm just going to take a little length of some organza ribbon, and I'm going to thread this through, starting one side, going around the back of my project. Well, let's pretend we had put a little gift inside of here, and I'll give you the final measurements at the end of the video here, and then just pop it back through this side. And pulling that through, making a bow. But before I finish off my bow, what I'm going to do is take one of the toppers from the set here, the paper pack, and let's go with this one. And I'm just going to pop a little hole at the top, again as large or as small as you would like on this one, something like that. And I'm just going to use that as my little tag here. So I'm just going to string this through. And finish that off with a little bow. So this is another way to finish off your sweet little gift bag. Of course, many ways to do this. And we can cut this down. Just trim up your ribbon. And a lot of times what I do with my organza ribbon is I singe the end so that way it doesn't come unraveled there. So there we have it, cute little gift bag. And let me give you the measurements on this guy. Of course, when we did our measurements, we know it's 4 inches wide, it's 1.5 inches deep, and it ends up being 6 inches tall. Sweet little bag. So thanks for joining me today here on my channel, VianneyCreates, to create your sweet gift bag. Bye now.